Hello everyone and welcome to the WNx F1 League podcast. It's good to be back for our 9th episode. Joining me as ever is Ollie. Hello Ollie.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Not too bad. I've had a good day today.
That's good. Good that you're talking more. Last week it was just, I'm tired.
I also have a super fast PC now, which makes me happy.
Good. Is it like Usain Bolt, super fast?
Not quite that fast, but it's fast enough.
Good. And next we have from GP2, C Stealth.
Hello, everybody.
That's a lovely intro. How are you doing?
Yeah, okay. I can't complain too much.
Good. And below him for making his debut on the podcast is another GP2 driver. It's Volts.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Volts. How was your day?
Not too bad, not too good. Tough day at school.
School can be like that.
How was your day?
Oh, it was all right. Thank you for asking. I had to go to the doctors and then got told I need surgery. But that's a different story. Again.
Butt kisser.
And last but not least, we have Stuart.
Hello everyone, back again.
You are back. It's good to have you.
It's very good to have me.
Or what? Thanks for the input. Round 3 of the Warrior Nations F1 League took us to China to race around the Sepang International Circuit. With all the races we've had so far being full of excitement, how could GP1's meeting be any different? Starting from pole was championship leader Jay Hygo, followed closely by Shiraz 995, Fire Samil and Tuppers. The first corner saw yet more complaints. Shiraz 995 started poorly, which let the Ferrari of Fire Samil and the Sauber of Tuppers alongside him going into the first bend. Tuppers lost traction for a split second, which sent his car out wide. Unfortunately for the Tifosi, Fire Samil was there and was sent into a spin. The game itself also gifted him a drive-through penalty. The incident left Jay Hygo and Tuppers speeding off into the distance. Turn 4 was to see further action down the field. With the opening corners being so clean, the drivers felt certain the next one would be as well. They were wrong. An ill-timed lunge from Gaza forced him and the Sauber of Ollie P 1986 to spin off, right in front of Stephen J. Hayes 83. Slightly further up the road saw several cars veering off onto the grass, leaving the Williams, a Ferrari number 1 fan, looking backwards with a ghostly expression on his face. The leading pair had opened a commanding 2-second lead over the rest of the field when the heavens opened on lap 2. Tuppers made the most of it and came in for intermediate tyres a lap before Jay Hygo. This proved a race-changing decision as he leapfrogged the consistent one whilst he was pitting. The results stayed the same from that moment, and Tuppers grabbed his first win of the season. Jay Hygo and Shiraz 995 finished 2nd and 3rd respectively, whilst Fire Samil rescued his championship hopes with a clever tyre strategy to finish 4th. So the standings look like this after 3 rounds. Jay Hygo is top with 58 points, followed closely by Shiraz 995 and Tuppers, both on 52 points. 14 points behind them is early season favourite Fire Samil on 38, with last year's runner-up Cube 623 on 26 in 5th. A race full of incidents, strategy and excitement has now been left behind in China. But will the next race in Bahrain provide the exact same thing in the 4th round of the Warrior Nation F1 League? So, are there any other incidents that I didn't mention in the roundup that we should be talking about?
Well, we could talk about the incident with Gaza, or the incident with Gaza, or there was an incident with Gaza as well, and there was that time when Gaza got into an incident.
I think it's safe to say Gaza got into quite a few scuffles.
Yes, he did, and he's now 3 points off a race ban. He will receive a quali ban at where are we next? Bahrain, and he'll also receive a 20-second time penalty.
That's quite impressive, actually. 3 races in,
Yep.
and he's 3 points off a race ban.
Give the lad some credit. He is trying hard to get the penalty points. What's this now? 3 a race?
Yeah, it must be. Well, he didn't get any points in Australia, but did he race in Australia?
Yeah, he did.
I'm just working this out as an average, but this must be some Warrior Nation record. Not a good one to
Think
own,
so.
but
Well, the previous record was held by Ollie.
I was only on 3, I think, last season.
Well, yeah, and it was the most.
Yeah, because it only started in Austin.
Again, how many races from Austin? Is it 2?
Yes,
So you got 3 points in 2 races.
that's 1.5 a race.
So not quite the Gaza average you got going on, but it was still fairly impressive for the time.
Yep.
So Gaza had a bad race. We mentioned one of them, one of the incidents he was involved with. That was with you, Ollie.
Yes, it was.
Talk us through.
Well, I didn't know what happened. I came out of turn. I think it's 4. I can't remember the right-hander there, and I did feel that I was knocked by somebody and spun, but I didn't know who it was until I looked at Steve's footage at the end of the race, and then I did find out whose fault it was, which is when I put the claim in.
Sneaky.
Mm.
But the one with Toppers was interesting because he was a lap car, but yet he still decided to go up the inside of Toppers into the corner and push him off and give him a rather hefty shunt.
And then continue to race him up to the last corner as well, rather than backing off and let him go past.
I think at this moment in time, I think he was fighting, well, within a second of, I think it was Masturbate well.
Yep, I think so. He was quite far back.
I think if Tuppers wasn't there, I don't think he would have got DRS, let's put it that way.
Yes. So how was your race, Stuart?
It was pretty naff. I had a quiet race, just slowly creeping through, picked up a point, pending further penalties and other decisions yet to be announced. But I would say I'm looking for a better one in Bahrain, but I'm not looking too good there at the minute.
So there are a lot of penalty points to be announced. Have they been officially released yet, Ollie?
Yes, they have.
Would you be a dear and go through them for us?
The penalty points, yes, I will. So in quali, there were no incidents to report. During the race, the incident between Tuppers and Fife-Mill was regarded as a racing incident and no further action was taken. Gaza got 1 point on his lunge into me in lap 1. Gaza received another point for cutting the corner and gaining a unsportsmanlike advantage over Thimbot on lap 21. On lap 22, there was an incident between Gaza and Thimbot, which the stewards took no further action. On lap 27, Gaza punting Tuppers off the track. He received a point for that. And lap 27, again after Gaza knocked him off the track, he continued to fight with Tuppers despite being a lap behind. So we awarded another point to him for that, which, as I've already mentioned, means that Gaza takes 4 penalty points from the race, and he'll have a quali ban at Bahrain plus a 20-second penalty. He also had 30 seconds added to his time in China, but because he finished a lap down, he drops 3 places in the standings, which is 1 place for every 10 seconds.
So you heard what happened to GP1, now let's hear what happens in GP2, and who better to tell us than the 2 GP2 race drivers who we have in. So I'll go to our Volts first. Podcast debutant, how was your race?
It seemed to go well. At the start, I gained a couple of positions in the first corner. Second corner was tight. And then I think Creator Face was spun out by his teammate, if I'm right. And then I was up to third, with Eddink being right behind me. Ran wide in the 14th corner, collected him, gained a position, and there was my race gone. Fighting back, and then at the end I finished in 6th with gaining a 10-second penalty.
Cool. So did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it seemed a good race, had the pace. It wasn't too bad.
And what about you, Stealth?
Yeah, I had a qualifying. I couldn't set a decent lap time in, but I know the track. I know the first corner. It's tricky, and it was tricky. But don't cry. Just start over. I made a bad decision on tires. I had a two-stop that I could have done a one-stopper. Had a lot of, didn't have the pace that I had in testing, but I still can't complain too much. It was a good race, and I came in. I can't even remember which place I came in.
You got sixth place, lad.
Yeah, sixth. And there was an argument that I tapped Riddle you on lap 22, but that's already cleared up, but not officially, but between me and Riddle you. But no, it was decent. Not like the race yesterday, but it was, I can't complain too much. Still third in the championship, like I said, in the first time you guys heard me, so I can't complain.
Okay, so we're going to have a quick run through the GP2 drivers' standings, and Ollie is going to do that for us. Go ahead.
The top 8's as follows. Mr. Townsend first on 61 points. HB Snipes is in second. Z Stealth is third. Fourth is Steve. Fifth is LMG Killers. Sixth is Volts. Seventh is the now absent Scallywag. And then eighth is Daniel Sun.
Do we know where Scallywag has gone?
He's left the league as far as we're concerned. He's missed 2 races in a row, which without an excuse, which means that he loses his spot in GP2.
Because we do have a long waiting list, don't we?
We do indeed, with 2 more members tonight, I believe.
So, exciting times for us, maybe not so for Scallywag.
No. Also, at the GP2 Constructors Championship, it's getting very close at the top. McLaren Mercedes are on 63 points and 3 points behind them are Lotus. After that is Mercedes, who are on 53 points.
And we have the 2 Lotus boys here, don't we? Stealth and Volts.
Yep.
We do.
Getting some good points together.
And tonight's Meet the Driver features C Stealth.
My name's C Stealth. I'm a rookie in the GP2, and I'll be driving with Lotus. The first memory I can remember is Monaco and Jos Verstappen. I love the engines. I almost get a hard on. My favorite driver of all time is Ayrton Senna. He was good all the time, not a single race. He was pushing it to the limit every single race. My favorite was last year, the comment of Kimi Räikkönen in the safety car period. That I know what I'm doing, because the team said keep your tires warm.
So it's the time of the podcast where we look ahead to the next round of the Warrior Nation F1 League, which will be taking place in Bahrain. It's a very good track, actually. Stuart, we haven't heard from you for a while. How do you think you're going to be doing at Bahrain?
At the minute, I'm not looking like I've got a lot of pace. I'm making the tyres last though. Plus, with any Turn 1 instance, which there has been a lot of in the testing sessions, I will be looking to possibly scrape a point or 2 like I did this week.
Good. Have you had much communication with your teammate? Have you got a plan?
To be honest, I haven't really spoken to my teammate. I know he's quick. Yeah, he's quick round there. He'll be looking to keep us mowing along, getting a few decent points. And hopefully, I think we're only about 3 points behind Mercedes in the constructors, so hopefully get us on terms with them.
And what about yourself, Ollie?
I've got some pace around Bahrain. In the practice we had this afternoon on my options stint, I did a 1:33.8, which is, I think it was half a second off Tappers' best option time.
That's not bad. Is it a consistent pace though, or have you just done that one lap?
No, that's consistent.
You sound formidable.
I reckon I'm going to dip into the 131s in quali as well.
On primes or options?
Primes, of course.
Wow.
130 on options.
True, I have seen that. No, true, I have seen it.
Well, I feel slightly less confident now about my race.
worried, are you, bowfar?
I'm not worried.
I have to say, Ollie can't brake.
I can't brake.
How many times did you smash into my rear end yesterday?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. I think 6, 7 times.
Anyway, moving on.
Explain yourself.
I want to hear more of this. This is great.
Honestly, I have no idea what Stealth is talking about.
Oh, yes, you did.
It's more like you running in the back of me, Stealth.
No, turn 1. Every single time you bumped into me because I brake a little bit earlier, and I said it to you, and every single time.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not, it's bad for you.
Don't worry, everyone has been attacked by the pack at some point.
If it's going to be a race like we did yesterday, I think I will be a bumper car. Like I did a Stewart on Stewart in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, at a test session. Stewart?
I'm not commenting on this.
But bowfar, which place do you think you're going to end up?
I haven't got a clue where I'm going to finish. I haven't actually done a test session with all the other GP1 guys yet, because I got in late last night, so I didn't have time to go on to the big get together online. So I don't know what my pace is compared to everyone else, but I'm fairly happy with my tyre wear and how my car feels, and I don't think I'm challenging for serious points, but I know I'm on the same type of pace as Oxa, my teammate, so it should be a good race. Hopefully I'll get a nice substantial haul of points and kickstart my season, because it's been pretty poor.
Tyre wear isn't something to be concerned about, I don't think, in Bahrain, but fuel consumption is.
I never have a problem with fuel consumption.
Well, I've been putting on aggressive on the last few test sessions, and I stick it on standard for most of the race, and I either maybe lap 12 or 13, I'm on -1 lap.
So that's about all we have time for on this episode of the Warrior Nation F1 League podcast. But before we do go, we have a bit of news, don't we, Ollie?
We do indeed. This morning, in the early hours, I believe it was between 4 and 5 p.m, we were released from Dev. We are now officially part of the Console Legion.
Explain what that means.
Well, Warrior Nation is governed by a lot of people, and basically they don't want to take on games and put them straight into the Console Legion straight away, so you have to go through the development process. Once they believe you're active and have a regular group of people as part of your section, then they'll release you from Dev. And fortunately, they believed we were ready, so we've been released from Dev. Steve was made major, and myself and Tuppers were made captains as the section leaders.
So yeah, a lot of cool happenings on, and that's not it. We're going to be continuing to grow the league. We're looking to do GP3 very soon. So if you're listening to this, stumble across it on YouTube or having a look on Twitter, and you want to get involved, then contact us on Twitter, and we should be able to help you out if you want to race in the league. We're always looking for new people to come and join us. So with nothing else to plug, it's time for us to say goodbye. So it's goodbye from everyone else here.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you next time, or hear you next time.
Thank you, Stealth. And we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
We'll be right back.